Hi everybody, Nancy here. So, one of my friends asked me to give a demonstration for how to grow lemongrass. So I don't have any lemongrass. Actually, we've never bought lemongrass before, so we're going to be buying it though. But anyway, so my friend asked me how to grow lemongrass. But first I'm going to show you how to grow the lettuce. What I have here is called romaine lettuce. So, oops, where's my hand? Where's my hand going? Sorry guys, there are some bowls up there that I'm going to show you and I was just pointing this way. Anyway, so this one is called romaine lettuce, okay? You know the lettuce, it's the lettuce that grows very tall, the long tall one, you know? So in the instructions, it tells you to place, well, first of all, when you are finished with, when you are finished eating the romaine lettuce or whichever vegetable you have, well, right now we're working with romaine lettuce, okay? So when you're finished working with the romaine lettuce, then or eating it, you leave this part, okay, the bottom part, which of course, as we all know, is the root end. And then you fill up a bowl like this one with water. Now, the amount of water that you put in here, you don't fill up the bowl. We made the mistake last night, because we started this last night, we made the mistake of filling up the bowl with a lot of water, halfway. We filled the bowl halfway, and that's too much. It's too much because in the instructions it says if we fill up the bowl with too much water, then the leaves are going to become moldy. They're going to become moldy and slimy, and you don't want that. Okay, so the amount of water that is in here is about 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, if you don't have a tablespoon measuring spoon, you just get a large spoon and fill up the spoon with water and put it in the bowl. So you see how much water I have here? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Do you see how much water? There's only enough water in here to cover the root. Okay, only enough water to cover the root. Otherwise, if the water touches the green part, it's going to turn slimy. It's going to turn very slimy and moldy, and you don't want that. So just make sure the water is only covering the root, okay? So also we learned that this bowl, that we're not supposed to put so many roots in one container because we are overcrowding the growth, because the fruit is going to get big, right? So we're only supposed to put one of these in another bowl, right? So here's another bowl, right? Like that. So then you leave that there, okay? And then you put the other one in another bowl. Okay, so make sure that the bowl is wide and deep, because this is going to be lettuce. So if it's a lettuce that is romaine lettuce or the regular lettuce that we're all used to, okay, it's got to be in a bowl wide, so that when it gets bigger, it's going to have a lot of room to grow. But for now, you can still, if you want to, for growing the lettuce, you can just leave them together. But it's just better just to leave it separate when you're starting, right? So then you don't have to worry about transferring them, okay? And what else? I'm just looking at my notes to see what else we have to know about this. Okay, so then guys, once we place the roots in the bowl, whichever vegetable, we have to check every 2 to 3 days because the water, the plant is going to be drinking the water. And if there's not enough water, then it's not going to grow. So check the water every 2 to 3 days to make sure that there's enough water covering the roots. The same amount that you put in the beginning, you make sure to put that back. Okay, now let me see now where I'm reading my notes again. Okay, let me see, hold on a minute. Check water, return for days. All right, and so then when it comes to lemongrass, right? Now, as I said, I don't have any lemongrass, but okay, let me put these ones out of the way. Okay, I'm going to put this out of the way. So for an example, we don't have a lemongrass, but I have this plant here. I forget what this flower is called. It's dying. Somebody gave it to my mother, so it's dying. But anyway, so this is we are going to pretend this is a lemongrass. Okay. So then what the instructions say to put the lemongrass in a container that is long, like this, right? Like this cup. This is a long cup, right? So, sorry. First of all, the instructions say you have to cut between 2 to 3 inches from the end. Okay, so cut from 2 to 3 inches from this end. Just cut it. Okay, you cut it, right? You cut it, like you cut it. I don't have my scissors, so just cut 2 to 3 inches from this part. You cut 2 to 3 inches, and so once you cut it, then you put it in the container. Remember, it's the same amount of water that, like here. Okay, only just enough to cover the roots at the very bottom. Okay. Don't fill it up too much. Okay, so then you put it in there, and then you just wait for it to grow. And remember, every 2 to 3 days, you have to check to see that there is enough water in here. Otherwise, your plant is going to die. Okay? And so that's how it is. You just put some water in there, about 2 tablespoons. Okay, 2 tablespoons. And then, or just enough to cover the roots, okay? Like this here. And then, see, like that? And then you just watch the plant grow. Okay, and so then, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really. And then the last part, guys, is you have to place this near a window. If you can place it on the on your windowsill, or on a shelf, or somewhere near the window, it has to have light. Okay, so that it can grow. So remember to place it. Yeah. Oh, and I also forgot, guys. You can also, if you don't have like a long cup, you can place it like in a vase, You can place the lemongrass in the vase like that. Like that. But this is too much water, guys. This water is for the plant. But this is too much water. It's supposed to be only the amount of water, the same amount of water that's like in here. Okay? And yeah, and then you can also, if you don't have a vase or a tall cup, then you can just, you can just put the water in here like that. I mean, you can place the lemongrass in there like that, in a jar. Okay, a jar. So let me put some water so that I can show you. I'll just put some water from this here. I can't see because, okay, I'm looking outside of the camera and I'm looking inside the camera. So I don't want to spill anything. Okay, hurry up. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Is that about yeah, that's about 2 tablespoons, like something like that. Oops, sorry guys. I was looking outside the camera. Yeah. Hold on. Something like that, okay? You might need a little bit more. 2 tablespoons? That's about 2 tablespoons. Yeah. Oops. Okay, something like that, okay? And remember to check the water every 2 to 3 days, okay, so that it doesn't dry up. Okay, and if you don't have a jar like that, then you can use a cup, a tall cup. Let me put this water here. Okay, like that. Oops, sorry. Like that. Yeah, that's water is good. Oops. This plant is so heavy, keeps falling out. Like that. Okay, so you can put it in a cup if you don't have a jar, or like a tall jar or a vase or a vase. You can put it in the water like this, in a tall cup. Because, you know, it makes sense for lemongrass to have the right kind of support, you know. So you have to put it in a long container, like a cup or something. Okay? And okay, so I think we're finished, guys. I was gonna show you, I mean, you can put lemongrass in something like a mug, like that too, you know, a cup. This is like a coffee mug, coffee or tea mug. You know, you can put it in a coffee mug, like that. Or in a little cup like this one. Because lemongrass is it's a firm plant, right? It's not going to, it's just going to grow up. It's not going to be like this little plant here, that it's bending like this. It's not going to be like that. This is just for example purposes, okay? So you can use this little cup because it's tall, not like the bowl, you know, the bowl, not like the bowl. Okay, guys, and okay, so I'm going to put the link again for you guys, and so you guys can learn how to make this. And I'm hoping my instructions were simple enough, and I'm going to document how these ones are growing, okay? So then I will show you. And you guys, right? Yeah, show me your pictures or something. Send some links so I could see how you guys, how your vegetables are growing too. Okay, guys? All right. Oh yes, one more thing I forgot. In case, like when you plant your vegetables or legume, if a piece, you know, of like a piece of one of your vegetables falls inside the water, you have to remove that. So that's why it's important to keep watching, keep looking every 2 to 3 days, right? You have to keep looking to see if anything has fallen into the water, because if it falls into the water, okay, remember it's going to become slimy and moldy, and the water is going to become unhygienic. So you have to keep watching, okay? All right, guys, so I'm finished, and yeah, just let me know how it's going for you. See you later.